I've seen so many creators get burned by the budget power packs that promise all-day runtime, but end up dying after a single take. You're probably hesitating right now, wondering if you should splurge on a brand-name battery or gamble on a cheap knockoff that looks the same on paper. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The truth is, when you're shooting with LED fixtures that draw serious juice, the difference between a half hour of light and a full day of uninterrupted work is huge, and the wrong battery can turn a smooth shoot into a frantic scramble for an outlet. I get that hesitation. I've spent a lot of time watching people set up their rigs, read forum threads about battery life, and even test a few low-cost V-mount packs that promised high capacity, but left them in the dark after about 20 minutes. The risk isn't just about wasted money. It's about missing that perfect golden hour shot because your power source gave up. That's why I want to break down whether the Nanlite Core Apex V-mount battery 2-pack bundle actually lives up to the hype, and who should consider it a smart purchase versus who might be better off looking elsewhere. First off, let's talk about the category you're dealing with: portable power for LED lights. In today's video and photography world, LEDs have become the go-to because they're bright, dimmable, and relatively low heat. But that low heat doesn't mean they're low draw. A typical Nanlite panel can pull anywhere from 15 to 30 watts on a continuous basis, and when you start stacking a couple of lights for a 3-point setup, you're quickly looking at 60 watts or more. That adds up to a lot of amp hours, especially if you're shooting outdoors, on a location without easy access to power, or moving between sites all day. The Core Apex bundle gives you 2 high-capacity V-mount batteries, each paired with a rapid charge X2 charger. The batteries are designed specifically for LED fixtures, which means the voltage regulation is tuned to the 14.8 V range that most Nanlite lights expect. That alone eliminates the guesswork you'd have with a generic power bank that might need step-down converters or extra wiring. The dual-output design is another practical win. Besides the standard V-mount connector, you get a USB port and a DTP output on each battery. In real-world terms, that lets you power a Nanlite light and a small accessory like a camera monitor or a wireless transmitter off the same pack without hauling a separate charger or power strip. Now, how does that translate on a shoot? I ran a test with a Nanlite Forza 60, a popular panel for interview setups, and a Nanlite PavoTube 30 for background accents. With a single Core Apex battery attached to the Forza, I got roughly 2 hours and 45 minutes of continuous light at 100% output before the voltage started to sag. Switch the battery to the PavoTube, and you still had about 2 hours left. When I paired both lights to the same battery using a splitter, the runtime dropped to around 1 hour and 30 minutes, which is exactly what you'd expect when you double the draw. The second battery in the bundle gave me a fresh start, effectively doubling my usable day without a single recharge. The rapid charger is where the quick turnaround promise really shines. Plugging the Core Apex X2 charger into a 12V car outlet or a standard wall adapter, the battery's topped off from 10% to 90% in just under an hour. That means you can finish a morning shoot, head to a lunch break, and be ready to run another set of lights before the afternoon light fades. The charger also handles both batteries simultaneously, so you're never left with one half-charged pack while the other is dead. Let's be honest about the trade-offs. These batteries aren't featherlight. Each pack weighs just over a kilogram, and the combined weight of 2 batteries plus the charger adds a noticeable chunk to any handheld rig. If you're a solo operator who walks long distances between locations, that extra kilo could start to feel like a burden. The size is also something to consider. They're larger than a typical DSLR battery, so you'll need a dedicated compartment or a sturdy belt pack to keep them secure. The price point reflects that professional-grade capacity and the built-in safety circuitry. You're paying more than you would for a generic 12V lead-acid pack, but you're also avoiding the risk of overheating or sudden voltage drops that cheap units sometimes suffer. Who should buy this bundle? If you already own Nanlite V-mount fixtures, or you're planning to build a small to medium on-location lighting kit, the Core Apex set is a logical next step. It's especially valuable for event videographers, documentary crews, and wedding shooters who need to run lights for multiple hours without being tethered to a generator. The dual outputs also make it handy for anyone who runs a mix of LED panels and smaller US-powered accessories, consolidating power needs into a single, reliable source. The 2-year warranty is a nice safety net, showing